Let's talk football. Hello again. Now, this is going to be my little review of last night's game between Grimsby Town and Scunthorpe United in leasing.com Football League Trophy, the EFL Trophy. And we played the first one last night, as I said. Best way to describe that game was extremely scrappy. We did play well in parts. Ethan Robson made his debut from on loan from Sunderland. I thought that the lad did really well. To be honest, I thought he was in that middle three. I thought he did very well. His delivery was very, very dangerous. And he looks like he's going to be a little bit of a player for us again, another Sunderland graduate. What I'm going to quickly firstly talk about is the first half. The first half, Scunny really dominated it. I mean, they dominated it without challenging too much. There was some decent football played by them. We were a little bit looser on that front. Van Veen was probably their best player of the match altogether, to be honest. And Scunthorpe, you could see they're not very confident though. And I think if they'd had a better start to the season, I think maybe they wouldn't have put the side out they did. It was a strong Scunthorpe opening 11. We mainly started with a very young 11. Obviously, Robson was in there. Hewitt was in there. Rose started, believe it or not, 24 hours after he came back to full training. So that was a bit weird to see him back so quick. But back to Scunthorpe, I think Scunthorpe were the better side probably overall. There was some, good plays and good triangles, as was mentioned in commentary by Mr. Alan Buckley. I think there was. The deadlock was broken on about the 27th minute when we gave a bit of a silly free kick away. It was a Keane that gave the free kick away, and Kevin Van Veen, really a dead ball specialist, came up with an absolutely belting free kick. Sam Russell, who was in goal for us, he didn't move. It was that well hit. He didn't move. He was left flat-footed. And when you go behind to a goal like that, all you can do is hold your hands up and go, you know what, belting free kick. After that, it all kind of, they didn't really do much after that. They seemed to kind of like be comfortable. We got back into it again. There are a few corners apart from that, and a couple of decent opportunities. It was mainly Scunthorpe's half. Scunthorpe were by far the better team. Akeem Rose near the end of the first half, he did have a bit of a shall we say a wild overhead kick sort of chance, but light the innovation. But in that first half, we really did lack the attacking punch, and you really found that out throughout the entire game. To be honest with you, we didn't have that attacking punch that we've had in previous games. So at half time, it was Grimsby Town 0, Scunthorpe United 1. Going into the second half, I think one thing Grimsby Town have shown this year is fighting quality. They have more self belief than I've known Grimsby have for ages, and I think again in the second half we showed that. I think Scunny just kind of relaxed. I think that they believed that they were going to get, they'd probably get over the line. And then Harry Cardwell, who is not a lot of people's favourite player, but he came alert. It was a throw-in. I think Paul Hurst will be disappointed with Scunthorpe's way of dealing with the throw-in. It was just a simple throw. Akeem got round the left back, took the shot and hit the bar, and Cardwell was there just to nod it in. As they were saying on Humberside commentary, they did say he did everything he could to miss. But Cardwell was there. That was a poacher's goal, you'd call that. So credit to Harry Cardwell for getting his first start and getting his first goal. And again, that kind of indicates what kind of spirit this Grimsby Town side has. My only concern is probably against some better teams. We can't afford to go behind or keep coming from behind. But and then Scunthorpe had a corner not long afterwards on the 53rd minute. But really, from our goal, we didn't really impose ourselves after we got that goal. But we had some nice passing, some nice areas of play and things like that. And Scunthorpe, again, their frailty and confidence showed again. They all looked, as though they're not used to winning. You can tell Scunthorpe are not used to winning. And, we dominated play for a little while. They got another chance in about the 64th minute to try and pull one, get another goal, but it didn't really go anywhere. It was kind of like a wild shot. The guy's body position and body language wasn't really right for the shot. He was falling back as well, and you could tell Scunthorpe was struggling. But obviously, Luke Henry did come on for Robson about 10 minutes before the goal actually came, because the winning goal came from Scunthorpe, and it was a bit of sloppy defending by our centre backs. I think Van Veen got in front of them, and on 75 minutes he just kind of calmly sort of shot / lifted it over Russell's head. I think that goal was soft to give away, and it was kind of like, then after Scunthorpe got the second goal on 75 minutes, they kind of laid off again. But I will admit their players did deal with Charles Burnham and Max Wright quite well for Scunthorpe. I think Scunthorpe were very, very, very astute where that was concerned. But in regards to as an attacking outfit, I have said this: if we played half of our first team, I believe we'd have won that one. Because looking at Scunthorpe, you can see why they're bottom of the table. We didn't show very much, so we can't really say, well, we were loads better. We weren't first half. We weren't Second half, they were a bit more sort of lethargic. And I think until until our goal, so they didn't. I think they thought, we can get one goal and that'll settle it. Um, it was one of them kind of games that I think if you look at Scunthorpe's first 11 and you look at ours, you would always going to put Scunthorpe favourite for that. But I think that was Paul needing that first win. So I think he put a stronger 11 out than Jolly did. I think Jolly's main priority, obviously, is this coming weekend fixture at home to Crewe Alexandra, and so I think that wasn't that was his main priority. I think with Paul, it was just could he get Scunthorpe to finally get a win under him, finally break that duck that they were struggling to get from the back end of last season. Can they push on to that? We'll have to wait and see. For Grimsby, obviously, it was a good run out for the youngsters. Nobody really put a foot wrong. I mean, there was a couple of defensive laps, and at times I think Akeem. The only criticism I've got with Akeem Rose, I think, is the fact that he tries to. he tries to wait and hope that the ball lands for him rather than he goes for the ball. He tries to go over, he waits for the ball over the top, and hopefully he's got over the defender's head, then he can sort of chase them. And a lot of the time, he will beat a lot of defenders for pace. I think what he needs to learn is to be a bit more eager for when the ball is coming towards him. I mean, he's a powerful lad, and I think he's got to use that power, which I don't think that he does at the moment. When you're going pace for pace, Akeem will always be successful. There was a red card right near the end of the game. James Perch, the former Nottingham Forest defender, bit of a high boot. I've looked at it a few times, and I can see why the referee gave the red, but I've got a feeling it was only because maybe his studs were showing, and it was because the boot was high was the reason why he gave the red. I think it is a little bit harsh, but I can also understand why the referee gave it. My take on it is that he'll miss. I think he'll probably miss the remainder of the group stage for Scunthorpe, I believe. And so I think the referee got that one a little bit wrong, but I also think I can see why he gave it. Couldn't really say too much about the referee. I thought the referee had a decent game, to be fair. But that was our first game in the leasing.com trophy. So we play again on the 8th of October. We go to Sunderland, and obviously we need a result against Sunderland to try and stay in the competition. Because if we lose at Sunderland, then it will be good not into that competition. And I know a lot of fans will be saying, "Well, that's great. That it doesn't mean very much," and absolutely not. But I think that everyone's priority is the league, and obviously the Macclesfield game, Carabao Cup. The way I look at it, the young lads did okay. They did all right. They, Starbuck was star of the game for me, really. I mean, he got 90 minutes under his belt, and another 17-year-old. a big night for Matty Pollock. He actually got the captaincy for the night, and he played 90 minutes as well. Matty, my God, is he vocal? Matty Pollock and Jamie Pollock, his dad, was actually at Blundell Park last night, so that was good to know, and obviously good for him. I think knowing that he was captain, I think would have made Jamie very, very proud of his son, and he should be, because he is for 17. He is one vocal boy. You can hear him on that pitch. If he's not happy with something, he will tell you. And he's a fiery character. So I think, I think we have to look out for Matty Pollock as one for the future, and he definitely is not somebody that's going to be afraid to come in if called upon. Seb Ring in the last 25 minutes. Once Seb got on the ball, he was doing some, decent stuff, moving the ball around well. I think overall the performance wasn't bad. I didn't leave Blundell Park very disappointed. Obviously, it's never nice to lose a game, but we played well in spells. We weren't great. We played well in spells. Scunthorpe, I would be concerned if I were them, because theirs was a second string, but I think they had a stronger second string than we did, and they didn't really dominate us to where you would have thought. You'd have thought they'd have come, but you can tell the confidence is growing in Scunthorpe. So it was a good run out for the lads. Unfortunately, with the 2-1 defeat, it wasn't to be, but obviously we move on from that, and the next focus is Crewe on Saturday afternoon. I will be back with a video for that, for the preview for that, in the next couple of days, so look out for that. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe to me. What was your opinion on the game? What's your opinion on the competition? Do you like it? My personal opinion is I don't like the competition, and I've made a ruling to myself that if a under-23 team ever do win the EFL trophy, I will never go to another game. One of the main reasons why I go is it's my club. I don't agree with it, and I don't think any fan should agree with having to play youth teams. But I also say, and the only thing I'll say on this is, beat them then. But I do believe, I think it's the ruling. I think the EFL, the Premier League under 23 teams can put fringe, I think it's fringe players, 1 or 2 fringe players in to their game, whereas I think we have to have at least 5 or 6 first teamers or close to the first team that get in. So I can also understand why a lot of fans will not go. It was a good attendance last night as well, about 1,203 I think it was, with about 200 from Scunthorpe. So credit for anybody that did go. I can understand why people didn't go, but like I said, leave a comment down below. What was your thought on the match? What's your thoughts on the competition? I'd like to get your honest opinion, and mine is, I'm not a fan of it, but it's still my club, so whether I'm lambasted for this, I'll go as long as a youth team does not win the competition, because I think that would make the competition a laughing stock. Anyway, enough of my rambling. That is my video for this game between Scunthorpe and Grimsby. I'll be back towards the end of this week with my full preview of Grimsby Town versus Crewe Alexandra in League 2 for Saturday. I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you all later on. Bye bye.